Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Harvest. He made his first appearance in Teen Titans Volume 4, Issue number 7, that was released in May of 2012. His real name is unknown, and honestly, there's very little known about him, being a very mysterious figure. But we do know that he has no perceptible eyes or hair, although he has a grayish-toned skin. Now, this ruthless military leader from the far future has access to time travel, and his sampling of various technologies from different points in time has allowed him to alter his physiology to a more powerful yet monstrous state, and has resulted in him developing an armor that gives him various powers. On multiple occasions, he's single-handedly fought the Teen Titans and the Legion Lost, using vast superhuman strength, although he's not well known as a major powerhouse in the DC universe. His armor also gives him moderate superhuman durability and stamina, not to mention resistance to energy attacks, as well as deploying a powerful force field. Harvest's altered physiology also gives him what appears to be at least predominantly organic wings, which offer him flight, as well as a significant telepathic ability, which is a very good complement to his leadership skills and genius-level intellect. Harvest also has very advanced hand-to-hand combat skills and is typically seen in battle wielding a long energy scythe, which is capable of energy projection. The only thing that could possibly be seen as a weakness for him is his obsession with wiping out metahumans, which happens to be pretty scary, seeing as how he started off with a fairly humanitarian viewpoint. Yet nothing he'd seen over 1,000 years of history has made him abandon his dream of a world without metahumans. Now, we first see Harvest as a colonel in the military of Earth's 31st century. In this reality, he spent countless years battling against metahumans as they attempted to eradicate all humans on Earth. But one day when his son was killed by a metahuman, he resolved to rewrite history itself. He then began to gradually travel backwards in time, each step gathering exotic knowledge and technology from that time period to add to his own powers. This would slowly turn him into a lethal adversary for any foe. To help him in his misguided campaign to save humanity, he would travel back to a possible future reality where Superman and Lois Lane had a son named Jonathan Lane Kent, reviving the apparently dead young man and then teaching him to despise all metahumans. This gave him an extremely powerful, albeit genetically unstable ally, at least for a little while, seeing as how Harvest's efforts to save Jonathan would lead to him creating the clone Superboy Kon-El, which would subsequently lead to his downfall. But before his eventual demise, he would arrive in the 21st century, creating the organization known as N.O.W.H.E.R.E. He would gather young metahumans together and force them to battle each other in a periodic event called the Culling, then making the survivors of these brutal melees into the basis of his army, which went by the menacing name Ravagers. But as I stated earlier, his obsessive campaigns would repeatedly bring him into conflict with Superboy Kon-El, who had aligned himself with the heroic Teen Titans. Harvest would eventually be destroyed during a failed plot to combine a mass of metahuman DNA into an ultimate weapon, Raven actually destroying his facilities and armor as his colony exploded around him. And although Harvest would be resurrected during the timeline changes of Stormwatch, he'd be discovered a time later strung up in his base, possibly falling victim to the hands of his own creation, Superboy Kon-El. Now, due to his powers and abilities, and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Harvest a rating of 7, which is a master rating. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and join the new Sage.